I played the game again. Look at this shit. 31-7. Like, I knew some shit was fucking wrong. You know why? I figured that shit out. Nigga, fucking, what's it called? Fucking.
These players are on the last year of their contract.
I don't give a fuck about neither of these niggas. Fuck. The problem was my sliders. Cause turns out my fucking offensive shit was so low. But also my fucking difficulty was on all fucking Madden. Which I don't play all Madden because I feel like it's not too hard, but like it's too complicated and all that shit. Because it's all that bullshit, like bobbling off the helmet and shit. That's what happens in all Madden, because that shit is so hard. It's not even fucking hard, they just make it ridiculous. Fucking dumb. Plus Khalil Mack got injured. Bullshit. That's what I feel like, it's fucking bullshit. Alright, well, we gotta figure out if he's a GOAT now, because I simmed that fucking game. I ain't play that shit, I simmed that shit, motherfucker. I said fuck all that shit. Simming that motherfucker, and we won. 31-7, so that's how you know we were way better. It's that fucking bullshit sliders. You know what, they got lucky as hell most of the time too. Like, that shit was dumb as fuck. Like, multiple interceptions, multiple fumbles. That's what pissed me off, is no fucking fumbles. It's like every time you ran the fucking ball, that shit dropped. Like, and then the fact that they could pick it up instead of it rolling out of bounds, that shit was like right there, just like right there for them to pick it up. Like, it was dumb. Well, Kyler Murray's facing against his old team. Just better be good.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led by a 3-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's Deshaun Watson.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak, because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Taylor going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 78 yards.
He's been a huge part of their win.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Watson now to throw. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll run with Taylor. Dances by him. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
From the 44, Murray flushed out right.
No.
Oh, fancy running by Murray. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Again, it's Watson. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on third down, Watson. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 33.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. A big reason why they've been so successful. This defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to count for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Murray now being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going for it. Hits Murray, eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyler Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now following the touchdown, Hofflichter to kick off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Watson. Completes this out left to Ruggs. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start with a couple of rivals on the West Coast. San Francisco hosting Seattle in the NFC West. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Jameis Winston has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Chicago versus Chicago. Bro, my game must be live.
Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be fielded inside the 5.
No, he was 50 pounds.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh,
that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Cards are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Rams have got it back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Watson's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU. Wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury. Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something quarterbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Watson's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Watson, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 1st and 10, Watson, and a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. N'Keal Harry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. It gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Oh, hell no.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, it's Taylor. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin White coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Escaping the pressure right.
Go time, baby.
It'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Rolling to his right. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Jamar Chase with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off.
I was already whipping your ass. I was just throwing shit random.
Hightower not going to attempt to run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. On 1st down, Watson. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes on that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. To the air yet again, Watson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Watson on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. Trotty! Touchdown, Cardinals! Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
I was so funny. I feel like I still feel like.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He will find his man Chase complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.